Hey guys, this is not my usual video, but y'all said you wanted rants. So here's a rant, but it's not really a rant because it's actually me teaching you about Unit 2 of Honors Biology so I can pass my test tomorrow morning. Alright. I'm also gonna put this video on loop when I go to sleep. So then it like formulates in my brain. Okay, so you have to draw a eukaryotic cell. You get to choose which one. I'm gonna draw an animal cell because I think they have less functions. So, you know, because yeah, they have 17. Well, the way my teacher teaches it, they have 17, and then plant cells have 19. Two less. Not 4. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all the functions of it now. So the mitochondria is not the powerhouse of the cell. It's actually, well, she doesn't like that. It transforms chemical energy in the form of glucose into chemical energy in the form of ATP molecules. That's what the mitochondria does. The rough endoplasmic reticulum chemically modifies newly made proteins and acts as a transportation route for proteins. Got that? Peroxisomes, I think they're a type of vesicle. They contain enzymes that rid the cell of toxic substances, in particular hydrogen peroxide A by a cup of cellular respiration, and it helps in lipid metabolism. Ribosomes create proteins. Cytoplasm is where biochemical reactions take place. Lysosomes break down compounds such as food and waste using digestive enzymes. Microtubules have 4 functions. They maintain cell shape, they aid in movement of chromosomes during cell division, they help move cilia and flagella for locomotion, and they have compression-resisting girders, whatever that means. I just wrote down whatever was on the slide. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum detoxifies the cell. It makes phospholipids, and it stores Ca+, which I think is calcium, but I don't know because we never learned that. I just wrote down what was on the slide. A vesicle is a cellular container that is used to move molecules, secrete substances, digest materials, or regulate pressure in a cell. It also transports newly made proteins to the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is source that packages proteins for secretion from the cell, not from. Centrioles help in the organization of spindle fibers, which are microtubules, during cell division. Chromosomes are the instructions for making protein. The nuclear membrane, or the nuclear envelope, controls what goes in and out of the nucleus. Microfilament maintains cell shape and changes in shape. They're also tension-bearing elements, whatever the hell that means. The nucleus is the control center or the boss of the cell. Cell membrane regulates movement in and out of the cell. It's also the barrier between environment and inside the cell. The nucleolus makes ribosomes. Do you know that? It's in your brain now. Okay, then I believe you have to distinguish the differences between plant and animal cell. So a plant cell has leucoplast, chloroplast, chromoplast, a large vacuole, cell wall, and plasmadesmata. They both have a nucleus. They both have cytoplasm. They both have a cell membrane. They both have ribosomes and DNA, or genetic material. And they also have membrane-bound organelles, unlike prokaryotic cells. The animal cell just has lysosomes and centrioles. Then we have to determine the difference between a prokaryote and a eukaryote. So a prokaryote is less complex. It has a nucleoid. It reproduces using binary fission. It uses conjugation to exchange DNA. It's smaller. It's one singular circular chromosome in bacteria. Like an example is bacteria. They both contain cytoplasm, a cell membrane, ribosomes, and genetic material. The eukaryote is more complex. It has a nucleus. It reproduces with mitosis or meiosis. It's larger, has multiple linear chromosomes. An example is plant and animal cell. And they contain membrane-bound organelles. Then, the characteristics of life. Head gurk. Got that? Okay. Homeostasis is maintaining a stable internal environment. Energy and metabolism. This is the one I cannot get. Energy is ATP from food or glucose, and it's used to power all the chemical reactions in an organism. Metabolism is the set of chemical reactions that make energy available for cellular process. DNA or genetic code. DNA is the instructions to make a protein, and proteins that are made from the DNA gives organisms their physical features. Grow and develop. Changes in size, height, width, mass, and change in a life cycle or specialization of cells. Evolution is genetic change due to natural selection that occurs over a long period of time. Reproduction is adding offspring to a population either sexually or asexually. Sexually is two parents with combined DNA, and then asexually is just like a clone. Cells and organization. So cells are the basic structure and function of life, which have specialized structures that work together to help it function. Going back, let me read the notes for the asexual and sexual. Sexual creates organisms with the same features, arms, legs, head, but is a combination of both parents' appearance. Asexual creates identical offspring, clones. And I think that's all I need to know. Look how much I write in this freaking notebook. Oh, do you guys want to see my cute notes? Isn't it so adorable? I color code it. It helps me. Okay, guys. I think that's it. Don't take honors bio. I think it's the worst class I have to take. Okay, thanks. Wish me luck on my test. That's your rant. I hope you learned.